like you. Be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Na Dior Pop. The long-awaited reunion of BTS finally became one of the most emotional and heartwarming moments for ARMY around the world. After spending so much time apart because of individual schedules, activities, and endless responsibilities, seeing all 7 members together again instantly felt special. But what truly sent the internet into complete chaos was not only the reunion itself, it was the undeniable chemistry between Jimin and Jungkook during their fun and intimate mukbang moment. What started as a simple casual meal quickly turned into one of the most talked about BTS moments online. There were no giant concert stages, no dramatic performances, and no overwhelming production that night. It was just BTS sitting together, sharing food, laughing comfortably, and enjoying each other's company like a family finally reunited after a long time apart. And somehow, that simplicity made everything feel even more intimate. From the very beginning of the live stream, ARMY immediately noticed how warm the atmosphere felt. The members looked genuinely relaxed. Their laughter sounded real and effortless. There was no pressure, no formality, just 7 people enjoying a peaceful moment together. But of course, fans quickly became distracted by Jimin and Jungkook. Even before the mukbang fully started, social media was already exploding because of the way they sat close to each other. Jungkook kept naturally leaning toward Jimin while talking, almost unconsciously. It was such a tiny detail, but longtime fans instantly recognized the comfort between them. The energy they shared felt natural. Every time Jimin spoke, Jungkook looked at him attentively with the softest smile on his face. Sometimes he would laugh before Jimin even finished his sentence, almost as if he already understood exactly what Jimin was trying to say without needing any explanation. ARMY immediately lost control. This is not a normal mukbang anymore. The way Jungkook looks at Jimin is actually insane. Why do they always act like they're in their own world? Comments like these flooded social media only minutes after the live stream began. But things became even more chaotic once the food arrived and the atmosphere grew even more relaxed. Jimin looked adorable while trying different dishes and reacting dramatically to certain flavors, making everyone laugh loudly. Meanwhile, Jungkook quietly kept paying attention to Jimin in the smallest ways possible. And of course, ARMY noticed everything. One particular moment instantly became viral. Jimin struggled to open one of the food packages, and before anyone else reacted, Jungkook casually reached over and helped him open it without saying much. It was such a simple gesture. Nothing dramatic. Nothing overly romantic. But that was exactly why it felt so intimate. It happened naturally. And the way Jimin looked at Jungkook afterward completely destroyed the fandom. Jimin smiled softly at him for a few seconds before looking away shyly and laughing again with the other members. That tiny moment immediately spread across every social media platform imaginable. Fans could not stop talking about the expression on Jimin's face. There was warmth in his eyes. Comfort. Affection. Something incredibly soft and genuine that was impossible to ignore. As the mukbang continued, their chemistry became even more noticeable. While the other members joked loudly around them, Jimin and Jungkook often shared their own quiet little conversations in between. Sometimes they whispered something only the two of them could hear. Sometimes they exchanged quick glances followed by silent laughter. And every single time the camera accidentally captured those moments, the internet exploded all over again. There has always been something special about the way Jimin and Jungkook interact. Not because they try to make it obvious, but because everything about them feels effortless. Jungkook looked incredibly comfortable around Jimin the entire time, while Jimin seemed brighter and happier whenever Jungkook reacted to him. Their energy naturally balanced each other in a way that fans have noticed for years. One of the funniest moments happened when Jungkook unconsciously copied Jimin's movements. After Jimin wiped the corner of his lips with a tissue, Jungkook immediately did the exact same thing seconds later without realizing it. ARMY instantly screamed about how synchronized they were. Couple behavior. They share one brain cell at this point. Why are they literally acting married? The comments became even more chaotic as clips spread rapidly online. Soon, JIKook-related hashtags started trending everywhere. Fans analyzed every tiny interaction, every glance, every smile, and every subtle movement between them. But honestly, what made the night truly emotional was not just the romantic tension fans kept noticing. It was the sincerity. After such a long time of not seeing all the members together comfortably like this, the mukbang felt deeply meaningful. The members genuinely looked happy to be reunited. And in the middle of all that warmth, Jimin and Jungkook once again reminded fans why their bond feels so special. There was one moment in particular that completely melted everyone's hearts. Another member jokingly teased Jungkook about always sitting close to Jimin. Instantly, the entire room burst into laughter. Jungkook looked adorably shy while laughing nervously, and Jimin immediately tried changing the subject with the cutest embarrassed smile. But their reactions only made things worse for ARMY. Because they both looked way too flustered. Why is Jungkook blushing? Jimin literally cannot stop smiling. They got caught and now they're panicking. Fans completely lost their minds after that interaction. As the night continued, the atmosphere became softer and even more comforting. Jungkook repeatedly made sure Jimin tried certain foods, gently pushing plates toward him and insisting that he taste them. His voice sounded unusually soft whenever he talked directly to Jimin, and fans noticed immediately. What made everything even more fascinating was how normal this dynamic seemed to the other members. Nobody looked surprised. Nobody reacted like it was unusual. It almost felt like everyone was already used to seeing Jungkook naturally taking care of Jimin in little ways. And perhaps that is why ARMY always finds their bond so beautiful. Because the small moments never feel forced. They feel real. Even when the camera was focused somewhere else, fans still noticed Jungkook quietly checking whether Jimin had enough food or watching his reactions whenever he tasted something new. Those tiny details completely melted hearts online. Toward the end of the mukbang, the atmosphere became calmer. The members still laughed and joked around, but there was a peaceful warmth filling the room that made fans emotional. Then came one final moment that sent the fandom into complete silence. As Jimin talked about how happy he was that they could all finally gather together again, Jungkook looked at him quietly for several long seconds with the softest expression imaginable. That look alone was enough to make millions of ARMY emotional. Because sometimes, the smallest moments say the most. There was no dramatic confession. No obvious romantic gesture. Just one soft gaze filled with comfort, affection, and familiarity. And maybe that is exactly why Jimin and Jungkook continue to fascinate so many people around the world. Their connection is not built on grand performances or exaggerated moments. It lives inside the little things. The quiet attention. The unconscious gestures. The soft smiles. The way they naturally gravitate toward each other no matter how many people are around them. That night, what was supposed to be a simple BTS mukbang turned into one of the sweetest reunion moments ARMY had seen in a long time. Not only because BTS were finally together again, but because Jimin and Jungkook once again reminded everyone why their chemistry continues to feel so incredibly special, intimate, and impossible to ignore. And after the live stream ended, one thing became very clear across the entire fandom. JIKook truly never fails to make ARMY fall in love with them all over again. See you in the next video on Na Dior Pop. Purple Heart.